Good evening, everyone. Growing up, I didn't realize how much being undocumented would affect my life, my future. It wasn't until high school, when everyone was filing for a driver's permit and license, when I became truly aware of the hardships and risks I would have to take to do everyday tasks like driving, and not to mention the lack of job opportunities. Even attending college was more expensive than for most of my peers. And still, I had the mentality that there was nothing I could do but wait for a reform. It wasn't until I came to a life-changing experience that I was motivated to become an active member of this great organization. My name is Evelyn Villagran, and in 2010, I was part of the 1.41 million drivers to be arrested for a DUI. After a night out with my friends and a horrible decision, I was arrested for going 10 miles over the speed limit in DuPage County. However, it wasn't for that reason that I was detained for 7 days and forced to pay $7,000 bond, otherwise serving a 3-month sentence in the same detention facility. It was for the fact that I was not born within country lines, nor were my mother or father. It was because they wanted to pursue happiness in a country with better opportunities, just like migrants have done since long before the Declaration of Independence. DuPage County works directly with ICE in informing them of any detainee who is without a social security number, regardless of the detainee's criminal past. After I paid the $500 bond in DuPage County for my DUI, I was informed that I was being held by ICE. I felt a gut-wrenching pain in my stomach. Never in my wildest nightmares had I imagined being transferred and processed while handcuffed to 3 different facilities in Broadview, downtown Chicago, and finally McHenry County, where I remained for the following 6 days. Plain and simply for being undocumented. I was verbally harassed, forced to sleep on a metal bed in a cold, small room, eating poorly cooked food. After praying and crying myself to sleep for the first 2 nights, I realized that what I was going through was nothing compared to all of the hardworking men and women and even teenagers that I came across in the different facilities. But the ones whose faces I will see every night before I go to sleep and every day when I wake up are of my cellmates, like Miss Juliana, who was picked up from her job selling fruit on the street and unfairly accused of child abandonment after her abusive husband left the house due to his addictions, leaving his 8-year-old daughter in charge of her 10-month-old baby sister. Due to lack of funds, racism, and poor representation, Juliana has been incarcerated for almost 1 year awaiting her deportation trial. I cried for my freedom. Juliana cries for the safety of her children. Or Miss Margarita, who came to this country due to lack of work in her country to try and support her 5 children in Guatemala, and was detained for a simple traffic violation, and has absolutely no one in this country to communicate with or help her monetarily. We, and by we, I mean undocumented people like my father, my mother, Juliana, and Margarita, are not vicious people. We are humans who suffer, sweat, and cry just like everyone else. We are people who deserve the right to pursue happiness by any means, and we will by coming together as a community. Thanks for your support to this organization. I have found a way to put my anger and frustration to a positive use, which I'm very proud of, and hopefully motivate others to do the same. For my family, my community, Juliana and Margarita, I will take action and fight for a reform such as the DREAM Act, which is an awesome accomplishment. Thank you for your time.